Hello from Faith Home. We want to share a few things that are going on here, some of the stories, some of the new faces that we have with you today, so that you can be a part of what's going on, what God's doing here with us at Faith Home. First, I want to show you some of the babies, some of our newest additions here. Actually, all four of these that you see in front of you would not be alive today had they not arrived at Faith Home. These three, Lisel, Samuel, and Isaias, they all came under 4 pounds, and as you can see, they have grown quite nicely. Jared, over there on the other side, he came very malnourished, had some problems with his kidneys, had to go into the hospital almost immediately after he got here and spent some time there, and the doctor said had he not arrived when he did, he would not be alive today. So we're thankful for the support and the prayers and all that everyone has given, so that these, not just these, you're going to see some more later, but these little ones have a chance, have a start at a better life. These are the caregivers of these little ones. That as you can see, one of them's not a Honduran. We have Teresa here that's been taking care of Lisel. Teresa and Rodney are our church planning and clinic missionaries here. And they've been taking care of Lisel because she has several special needs. And I want to ask that Teresa explain a little bit of some of the challenges that have went along with taking care of Lisel.
Lisel came to us and she was, like she said, under 4 pounds and so very malnourished. Lisel has fetal alcohol syndrome due to the fact that her mom took drugs and drank alcohol when she was pregnant. She has a hip dysplasia, which means that her hips were dislocated, and that's the reason that she's wearing this apparatus today. The doctors say that if she wasn't wearing this apparatus, this is her only opportunity that she may be able to walk. She's been in it several months now, and the doctor said probably needed to be in for about 6 months. She has a mild case of also cerebral palsy, so she has some challenges with eating and just with her disposition sometimes. Sometimes she cries a lot, but for the most part she is a joy to our family, and we have enjoyed having her in our home.
So how many new children are there at Faith Home now?
Well, we currently have 60 children here. We've had quite a few changes this past year. We had 34 new ones arrive, and 14 of those have been reunited with their family, which is amazing blessing to see that they can, the system is working now, and they're able to recuperate and reunite families, so that who better to be with than your own family. In the meantime, we have been able to fill that gap and introduce them all to Christ's love.
What are some of the issues that have come along with having so many new children at once?
Well, cost. Actually, cost is the biggest thing, because they come with nothing. And our storage is getting low. So every child that comes, there's sizes of clothing that we do not have. And so we're having to go out and buy the clothing and buy all the things that they need. A lot of medicine, been a lot of medical care. Teresa is our primary health care giver here on campus. And any sickness, any problem that they have, Teresa goes and checks them out first, and then if we need to, if it's a little more serious, we go to La Lima and take them to a pediatrician there. I'm going to ask Teresa again to talk for us a little bit and explain some of the health issues that we have faced.
Probably our biggest issue with healthcare is the fact that most of the children do come malnourished. They're usually underweight. They haven't had good food to eat, and a lot of the food that they have eaten has caused them to have parasites. We have treated most of the children as soon as they first get here. We treat them for the parasites, and even with giving them the good food that we have here at Faith Home, some of them have had some issues even with that, because their systems have to get used to eating good, healthy food. We've had several children that have had to be hospitalized due to the malnourishment, some kidney disorders that they obtained from drinking soda on the streets, and from just poor nutrition.
So that would mean that the sponsorship needs are really critical, even for those that don't necessarily stay permanently.
Yes, this is our way to give back, even if they're not with us forever. We say that, they're not ours, they're God's. God is loaning us these children, whether it's for a week, a month, a year, or 18 years. He's put them in our care so that we can do the best we can to give them the best start with the love, the attention, and with that does come cost. Now we're going to go outside and we're going to take a look at some of these new faces of some of the older kids and maybe have a little bit of time for them to share their hearts with you. ¿Quién puede decir hola en inglés?
Hello. Hello.
Hello. These are actually most of the other new kids that have come this year. We have several here this morning. Does alguien quiere decir algo a la gente en los estados? I'm asking them if anyone would like to say something to you. ¿Alguien quiere compartir algo? No, no quiere. Darlin? Okay, this is Darlin. Darlin is actually 11 years old, but as you can tell, he's quite, here, Darlin, aquí. He's quite small for his age, but he has an amazing spirit and an amazing heart for God. He came with, well, literally a song. The minute he walked in my door, he started singing and he hasn't stopped since. And he would like to share a song with you this morning. ¿Puede cantar? ¿Vamos a cantar?
Voy a cantar vamos a cantar a tus pies, ate mi corazón, a tus pies, entrego lo que sos, este lugar de mi seguridad, donde nadie me puede señalar. Me levantaste, me aceptaste tu presencia, me perdonaste, en tu voz adorarte. No hay lugar más alto, más grande, estar a tus pies, estar a tus pies, no hay lugar más alto, más grande, estar a tus pies, ate mi corazón, a tus pies, entrego lo que soy, este lugar de mi seguridad, donde nadie me puede señalar. Me perdonaste, me aceptaste tu presencia, me levantaste, me postraste. No hay lugar más alto, más grande, estar a tus pies, estar a tus pies, y aquí permaneceré, mostrado a tus pies, y aquí permaneceré a los pies de Cristo. Oh, no hay lugar más alto, más grande, estar a tus pies, estar a tus pies. Amén.
Amen.
Amen.
Gracias. Voy a enseñar, Susana, okay? I'm going to show you another one that was standing here smiling beside me as we were singing. And what's really neat about this beautiful smile is she didn't come with a smile. She came almost angry with the world, and she didn't want anyone to do anything with her or her brothers. ¿Dónde están sus hermanos? Jacobo, Jaime, venga acá. Jaime, venga. Jared, who's inside, Susanna, Jacobo, Jaime, they came very malnourished. Jacobo and Jared both spent some time in the hospital. The other two, The other two were quite sick as well. Okay. But this beautiful smile, this is what lets you know that God's at work here and what He's doing in the lives of these children. This beautiful smile. This is Ezequiel. Moises, venga. Ana. Moises, Ezequiel, Byron. These beautiful smiles also. You can see lives are changed. William, you see Ramona? Posse, William. I want you to see some of the sibling groups. This is William and Carla. They came together. This is Sammy and Catherine. Sammy's hiding behind everybody. There they are. Marisol, David. They came a few years ago, and they are doing very well. When this group of boys, this is Isaac, he's the son of Patty and Wilfredo. We already met Darlin. This is Catherine. She is the daughter of Tia and Lottie. Raina's trying to hide back here. Raina's been here for a few years, and look how big she's grown. Michelle's hiding up there by Marisol. She's been here a few years, and she has grown quite a bit too. She was 5 months old, and now she's 5. All of these precious, we have a few more that didn't quite make it up here this morning, but all of these precious souls, these precious smiles, it's what reminds us every day that it's worth it, that every single heartache, every single sickness, every single problem that we have to go through, and we see the results day by day by day in these absolutely gorgeous smiles of what God is planning in the lives of these children. I want to share one more thing that just came to mind. These boys, Wilfredo, Minga, I want to show you, met Tia Patty that was inside with Jared. This is her husband, Wilfredo. They have 10 boys in their house. 11, Darlin's the oldest. 11 and under. So they have a 1-year-old up to 11-year-old. But the amazing thing is not just how they handle those boys, but watching those boys worship. The Christian values that they're instilling in the lives of these boys. When you sit in church and you watch these little boys come to the altar and pray with their Tio, and watch them raise their hands, truly, truly worshiping God at such a young age, it just takes your breath away. And we're so thankful for the Christian people that God has put here at Faith Home to help instill all of these, the love of Christ in all of these children.
So God's been at work. There's been miracles that have taken place. Would you want to share at least one or two of the miracle stories that?
Well, Jared, I kind of skipped over that in there, but actually, Jared, we were given some really grim news on the baby Jared. They told us that he was going to have permanent damage to his kidneys and that he likely wouldn't make it very long. And we went through all the process, all the medical, went to the specialist, did everything they told us to do, and come back with went to the last test results, and the guy said, I don't know what happened. Well, we know what happened because the night before, one of the nights before that, we all gathered, all the TOs, the missionaries, and we gathered in the house of Jared, and we laid our hands on that baby, and we cried out to God for healing. And that baby was healed that night. And when we went to the doctor, he didn't understand it, but we did. And so Jared is doing well. He's now walking. He was quite a bit behind because of his issues, but it's a true miracle.
So it's exciting what all that God is doing here. How are some of the ways that the people in the United States can kind of be a part of this as well?
Well, first and foremost is prayers. That's what we need the most. Yes, we need money, but first and foremost, we need your daily prayers. Just that we have the wisdom and the strength, and that we have the right people in place, and that we tend to all of the needs of the children as needed. So pray daily. And of course, money comes along with that. We need sponsorship. Not all of the children are fully sponsored, so we do need more sponsorship. We also have created future funds, scholarship funds. There are various ways that you can give, and so all of that is greatly appreciated.
So as we begin to wrap this moment up, what would you like to share from your heart, just at the end?
I just want to, first of all, thank God for the opportunity to be a part of this. Because, this is God's ministry. There's really not one person that can take the credit for any of this. It's only God. The strength that we get daily to do what we need to do, the wisdom, all comes from God. And so I'm thankful for that, first and foremost. I'm thankful for all the people who have come along beside us, who are prayer partners, or, you know, the ones who send the money, the ones who come on teams, the ones who get to see it firsthand. And thankful for all of these precious lives and just being able to share this with them.